Hi everyone, I'm Julia Grigorian. I'm the writer of Glorious Bastards or Tea or Better to Be Sold. It is, for those who don't know what they're doing, this is the working title of my film. It is totally autobiographical thing, which is just a story of my life, or just a story of my family, and the story of the life of my brother. Basically, um, a real story, obviously with some elements of fantasy, because, well, if you're writing something, you cannot avoid using your fantasy, or it is about using your fantasy, obviously. So, not everything I'm describing here there is a real fact, but I would say at least 70% is reality and really happened. So I would say, in terms of a book or in terms of a screenplay for a film, you can compare it a little bit to Isabel Allende's The House of Ghosts. The House of Spirits. So I would say it is a little bit similar somehow. It is quite a brutal story, but with a lot of humor in it and a lot of some angels, which are also created by my fantasy. So I've written it in the last years, starting in the year 2017, because I was sitting in a hotel lobby and I was totally bored, and I decided to write a diary, but due to the fact that I was getting rid of all my paper diaries, I decided to write it in a digital form. So I was creating some kind of a blog on CodePen, using a little bit of HTML, and I was learning a little bit of HTML. So I was totally sucked up by the fact that you can write diary online and you don't have to carry around any heavy notebooks or anything like that, but only your computer, and everything is stored in there online, because I really wanted the entire thing to be online, to be very obvious, because my soul pain was so very huge and so intensive that I was absolutely not able to suffer in silence. So I wanted the entire world to know the truth, and I wanted everyone to cry with me, because I was literally crying my eyes off, because my brother disappeared, and um, I'm talking the story of my life, and I can somehow paint him as a kind of child of mine, because I was taking care of him so much and so intensely in our children's years. So, and childhood years. So, in the end, my brother disappeared, and it was heartbreaking. It was enormously alarming, and I was totally devastated emotionally, and it was like a never-ending tooth pain in a form of a soul pain. So I got to get rid of it online, because otherwise I would be probably just breaking apart somehow, and I don't know, cry around or do whatsoever. So I decided to write a screenplay, and I was probably walking nightmare, and I was writing in Vienna basically, and I think people have been thinking I'm already totally crazy, because I was writing day and night literally, because my emotional pain was so very intensive and so very obvious that I just got to get rid of it as fast as possible. So I took this tool which is called computer, and I was using it enormously, and I was using internet enormously, so I wanted the entire world to know the truth and to know my story. So this is how it happened, and this is how it began.